By the way, I just drilled a hole in the mirror. Gotta use a special drill, by the way. You just can't use any drill bit. And there's the hole. Now that is so I can put a clock mechanism in there. Now the thing is, guaranteed, let me come over here and wipe this down a little bit. And get that little piece of glass out of the way. There. We don't want to get too much oil. I don't mind. Actually, the oil, if I had oil in there first, I'd be better off. But the water is something I don't want in there because the water can start causing rust. And like I say, the pan's under there, so if it starts collecting oil, because some things when you cut, you're going to have to use oil, but or drill. But at this point, that's fine. Now, let's come over here for a minute. Let's wipe this off. And let's see if this is going to be sufficient. Yes. Good. Now you're seeing something here that this is the trial and error. Are you seeing that? Let me put it down here. Okay. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? And I'll tell you why. There's the hole, and then there's this light spot around it. Well, that's not going to really be noticed, so I'm not too concerned with that. Plus, I'm going to have to make this hole a little bit bigger anyway. I was just drilling to see if it could be drilled. If I had the right drills for it, which I do. I haven't got the right size, unfortunately, so I have to go buy the right size. I have everything up to that size. But what happened here is that we still have the vinyl on the back. And as I was drilling, you need a little water. The water started getting in there and lifting the vinyl, and also lifted a little bit of the I forgot what this is. I know what it is, I just can't remember. But this, and that's what made that mark. So now, my next attempt, I will take a small piece of mirror and I will drill it from the back side to see if that makes it any better. But like I say, that you're not going to notice it because that'll be covered by the ring of the clock hand mechanism. So, and then I'm also thinking about doing one digital numbers instead of the I guess you would call that analog. So but that's where we're at. So I just wanted to see if I can do it. It's not a big deal. I need a bigger bit, which I know, and drill it from behind, which I will try on a broken piece of mirror that I have around here someplace. I'm sure I have something. If not, I have something I can destroy. And that's where we're at. So you can actually see some of it back there where it peeled off. See the silver back there? I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's not going to focus, that's all. Anyway, that's where we're at. So like I said, I am going to try digital. And how am I going to do that, you ask? You're going to have to wait and see. So, and then I want to see possibly about getting smaller, because that's a big mirror. We don't need anything that big. I can probably get away with an 8x8, or even go a different size, maybe a 6x8 or an 8x10 or an 8x12, because that's a big mirror. So I mean, that's a lot of clock. That's a lot of space on either a wall or a desktop, depending on how I design the surrounding, the frame. But that's where we're at. So this is just going to be a trial and error mirror. and we'll take it one step at a time. This in here is probably not even going to see a clock mechanism, but as you can see, I just threw this one together real quick. If you look at these numbers, let's see if I can get it on an angle so you can see the numbers. Somewhat. Let me see if I can get behind it. If you look at those numbers, no, come on. You can see them somewhat. They're not really straight. You know, they're not a perfect square, nor are they a perfect circle. Now, I did that for a reason, because I thought it would have came out a little bit different than it did. I put the 12, 3, 6, and 9 on the outside of the so-called triangle. And I put the, well, not triangle, but square. And then I put the 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, and 11 on the inside of the line, because I wanted these out more and those in more. But that's how it came out. So it looks like it's just a mistake at this point, because they should have been, the way it looks like, you would expect it to be straight, either squared or even with circular. But like I say, haven't done this in a long time. And I really never did it with clock. When I did these, I used to do them for different companies that just wanted their logo on it, or name, or just a design of sort, but never with a real clock mechanism in it. I used to do these as well on a lot of motorcycle mirrors. The guys wanted their mirrors on their bikes customized in one way or another, so I used to do it on them as well. Unfortunately, sometimes you can't do it on the back, you have to do it on the front, and I'll show you how it looks when you do it on the front, because I'll do one. Actually, I may do it on this one, seeing that this is a test. I still have this big corner up here, so maybe I'll just cut something out, put it here, and do it on the front side so you get an idea how it looks. So on the front, it almost looks like a reflection within itself. It doesn't give you any backlight reflection, but well, I'll show you. It's almost like when you use the chemical for etching the glass. And then you can also make this almost a 3D, which I did one of those for a motorcycle shop. For instance, what I did was, in this case, the B. It was bigger, first of all, and I did it, the B. Well, let's go H, because H was in part of the name. So I had a big H. It was about 8 inches. I sandblasted it out. Then I downsized it by 1/4 of an inch all the way around, and I sandblasted it again. And I did that 5 times. So by the time you were done, it looked like there were steps going down into the glass, if you know what I mean. So, but so you can do a lot with it. Never used the liquid etching. Haven't tried it. Don't know too much about it. I guess it would work great for what you want it to do on normal glass and on mirrors and things. But if you want to try to get that 3D effect or those steps effect, I don't know if the etching will actually cut in enough to do what you're looking for it to do, if you know what I mean. So anyway, that's where we're at.